So we are on the little red train now, just coming up. On the right side there is an castle called the Almási Castle, which is kind of part of the Gyula Spa, which is pretty much opposite the Gyula Castle. That we are just coming up to it, and next to Gyula Castle is I would call it the Gyula Eye. It's similar to the London Eye, I guess. This is quite a modern thing. The Gyula Castle or fortress was built in the 15th century, made out of bricks, and I believe it's one of Europe's best kept castles, meaning that it's in really good condition. There is a museum inside. It's just absolutely beautiful, especially when the sun sets. So we are just passing by. So the opposite the castle, as I mentioned it, is the Almási Castle, which is kind of connected to the Gyula Spa. There is also a moat going around the castle, and as I mentioned it, the Almási Castle that's opposite the Gyula Castle does have, I believe, a little museum as well, and also I think they opened a coffee and cake place. Surprise, surprise. Gyula Castle also had a very important place to play in the Turkish invasion. I believe we managed to push the Turks back about 14 times. As we are coming up, on the left there will be kind of a yellowish creamy colored building, which is it's kind of a memorial place with 9 statues, just remembering of the 9 military leaders who were taken from Gyula and executed in Arad in Romania. As we are coming up on the left, we will see some lovely statues. They are some of our famous Hungarian personalities. For example, one of our poets as well. And there is a cathedral in the background. It's a very, very beautiful park. Just coming up on the left, there is this building where there was a spa and a bath museum. It's just a little bit talking about how the area kind of developed, because obviously the spa is a very important part of Gyula. This is the Hurricane Square, and on the right side we will see a beautiful Catholic church, which is actually connected to one of the schools where my niece goes. So whenever they have a special assembly, they actually go into this church. It's a beautiful church. coming up to Petőfi Square. Sándor Petőfi was one of our most prominent poets and also a very influential political personality. And this bronze statue is actually the real size of the poet. This square is also important because that was actually the last time where he kind of took part in a political gathering, I believe. There is also a Protestant church as part of this square. We were on the wrong side of the road, unfortunately, but opposite this square there is this confectionery place. It's a beautiful place and they got some lovely coffee and cakes. It's the 100-year-old confectionery place, which is, I'm sure, more than 100 years old now, because ever since I've been around, we always called it the 100-year-old confectionery place. We are just arriving at the German quarter of the town. We are just coming up to the Vilmos Apple Square, and we will also see the St. Joseph's Catholic Church, and it's actually very, very close to the place where Ferenc Erkel was born. I mentioned him in the other video. He was actually the composer who composed the Hungarian national anthem, and his father was a teacher who was teaching in that building that was very close to the St. Joseph Catholic Church. There is also a Ferenc Erkel museum in the area that can be visited. If you're a meat eater, you probably would have heard about the Gyula blood sausage and Gyula sausages and meat product. So if we are looking just to the left here on the Baker Sugar Square, then there is the factory where they make these sausages. They are really, really delicious. And yeah, they are very well known, and there is also a shop where I don't know if you can actually sample it, but yeah, so it's worth checking it out if you do enjoy Hungarian sausages and blood sausages and so on. We are halfway into this tour, so I don't want to make this video too long, so I'm gonna close this for now, and please make sure you come back for part 2 because there are still quite a few things to see.